noticed, I 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 noticed. I noticed the night. I noticed a new half moon. I noticed it looked liberated, sharp, piercing. The sky was clear. I noticed my panic. I heard remote birds. I noticed the beggar. I noticed the dancer. Hesitation, apprehension, speed, and speed I noticed. Someone fumbling with a slippery glove. I noticed a quarter. Here's something, something. Was money safe? Was larynx safe? Was sex safe? I noticed hesitation and how to think invincibly. That's what it means to be wise. Think before you touch. See what you cannot see. You can't touch. It's invisible. I noticed. I noticed someone was kind. I noticed efficacy. I noticed warning. I noticed signs signaled doom. Touch of optimism. I noticed rituals. I noticed shifts of mood, flicker. I noticed momentum. This was readiness is all. This was an almanac. I noticed closings, closure, cloisters. I noticed distraction. Shuddered. I noticed shuddered. Words closer to action. I noticed a book. I noticed poetry might save you now. Save you if you let it. It's time. Ward off, deflect, exercise, defy, apotropic experiments to shift the tone and danger, resistance, apo away, trépain to turn, make the day an amulet. And there were women everywhere across the land, children women, and girl women, and they women, and fluid women, and men who were women, and boy women, and women from the past on the tongues of mind and ear, and images of women everywhere, ancestor women out on the streets, and every one woman that day, winning in Maynard heaven. But could earthly heart hold? The day said, I am woman. The day got up and walked this far and paused to take stock. It was the last chance to be observant and cry and stop and take stock. What worth if not be accountable? It would be theater, a spectacle. Come pay or come lie down in fluid bosom of woe, mankind. Centuries might wake up and spin out stories of how this got built. White supremacy, or on, or if, what wasn't liable, what was unleashed and damaged, and you have to say it is severe this time. Blowback, perturbation this time, traps of appetite this time, rogue nukes. Say it to remind how the time might go on as a theater of dreams, of signs of this time, the signals go weirder, and you are on assignment every angle of the street, every minute, every day. Avert, deflect. All writing is in fact cut up. Avert, deflect. Every pilgrim theory is false and unsustainable in inclement weather. In the dream you stand in front of an ornate gate, but only by dancing will it open. Glamorous women had been fasting with games of break and entry disguised as beggars to confuse the upper echelons, but they continue to move phenomenologically, no longer objects or subjects of phallic desire. This time, apocalypse, this time. I notice startled words jump on the page. I notice my speed to stay alive. Speed is purpose, I noticed. Stand aside. Was something there? I noticed nothing. A subway stalled. I noticed anxiety. I noticed crying, people moving. Would I be subject for interrogation? Was I abiding? Was I living rules? I counted them. I am behaving. What did one know? No, this could be still empty. No, this could be full. I noticed breathing. I noticed someone freaking out at the bank. What he used to be, still elegant, but not what you see now, he told them. He told them not what you see now. He told them he used to be on with credit. I was one with credit, he said. I heard. I noticed. I noticed speed again. I noticed speed thinking itself a victor. Speed is a vector. No one saying what's going on when you are in business. Put on a face. I noticed how your faces are in my vocabulary now. I am in yours too, I noticed. When was the Federal Reserve created and by whom? Who was second in command to Jefferson Davis and considered the brains of the Confederacy? What was the primary material factor in British sea domination? And what was Ezra Pound right about? And how many things don't make sense about the Bering Straits theory of migration? And what might that mean? And what was Black Friday? Who funded the Confederacy and why? Stepping back, why does the term false flag sound odd? Where was Soha Bishara imprisoned? Why was she imprisoned? Who is she? And why do race and gender now seem so high on the US agenda? What does an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth actually mean? And what was Gertrude Stein wrong about? What are we talking about? Who were the silent sentinels? How many immigrants are in US detention centers on any given day? What are plutonium pits? What are jellyfish babies? I went to the garden of love and saw what I never had seen. I noticed out of pity. I noticed unheeding. I noticed the mirror and mind of wisdom. All things equal in the shimmering mirror, holding tight in brain. I noticed no one in the streets. I noticed the outcast and around the world, the broadcasts in my head. I noticed walking by. I noticed remembering how one touched a small thing gently and it expanded. A rail, a glass, a corner, a trigger, button to set off a bomb. How one stayed calm. I noticed her beautiful eyes closed. I noticed thinking, open them please, 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 open them, help me, help me. I noticed children. I noticed obedience. I noticed tender faces in routines. I noticed insouciance. I noticed determination. I noticed the listings, all the listings, what is missing, the numbers, the spikes going up, what I won't be able to notice. I noticed hesitating and stepping back. I was in the world. I noticed it. World, 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 world. The parks are closed, I noticed. I noticed the hardship of rain when you live on the street, longer than would be counting. This a whisper, enough of whisper to rise up and wiser streets of the world. Commission overheard, a spin, a terrain, a soldiering one. She wanted to soldier out of here. She wanted what streets of the world to spin, rubrics, eyes, yes, commerce, no, no, a no, no, tanks of the blown off world. I remembered Berlin before the wall came down. I remember things opening. I noticed elsewhere things closing down. Beirut. I noticed barriers and guns. I noticed shorter hours, longer days. I noticed the silver foil I dropped, afraid to pick it up, wipe it down. I noticed a cough. I remembered a conference in Wuhan, bustling city, the lake in happy translation. I noticed the care in transition, how far we came. And back a step, back a step, back a step. I noticed the invisible scourge, the invisible body, the invisible embrace. I noticed the child in the hallway stepping back. Oh, good, good, good. Stop there, I noticed. Oh, muse Melpomene, be your will, and by your will bind the laurel, and bring a bouquet, a calendar round to mark years, acclamation, adversarial. We sing, but the light cease, congressional men, go rounding out a hell, hill or house, step up elegy, what motivation, drive, tenebrosity, nuclear free them into fire, magic's protozoa, a rip or tear chose fuel or love's intensity, every divine apophatic wrong, what we don't have to ring, amuse, negatives times nexus, trick of fate, come melodious ones, mothers of sirens, success not be in sessions of patriarchy's charge, shocked from a page into mock triumph. It's over, it's over. Stepping back, I noticed what parts of the body shut down. Stepping back, I noticed what parts of the body, shut down. I noticed my eyes peering into screens, eyes awake and ears awake. I noticed my voice next to yours, noticing a continent away.